My mind, gotta hustle and grind. Financial literacy always on my mind. I'm stacking knowledge, no time to waste. Gotta invest smart, gotta keep up the pace. I'm reading books, learning all the tricks, studying the market, making calculated picks.
What's up, people? It's your boy Reckless Ray De Niro, and we are back at it again with another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. We're gonna get to the elephant in the room. We're gonna talk about it as we go. Obviously, everybody knows what it is, and I'm gonna give my 2 cents on the elephant in the room. But before we get to that, before we get to this breakdown, before we get to hopefully adding a little bit of value to your life, giving you some updates on where I'm at for those of you who keep calling, texting, and asking if I'm okay, I'd like to ask for you to do 3 things. First thing I'd like for you to do is go ahead and like that video on your way in. Second thing I'd like for you to do, especially if you've been here more than 2 times, hit that subscribe button. And the last thing that I'll ask for everyone to do, love it or hate it, share the video. Go ahead and get me on the algorithm so that way we can take this up in the court of public opinion. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Let me micro machine myself over here because I am not a narcissist. And we're going to jump into some of what we've got going on. Now, this is going to be an interesting day because there's a flip side. There's a tale of 2 cities going on right now. City number 1, obviously, thing number 1, we are sitting with Bitcoin at $100,550. I saw it on my way home this evening. I saw it at 99,000, and I was like, holy bejeebus. Goodness gracious, here we are. Far fall for some from 125,000. I've seen worse, but for those who haven't, welcome to the dips of the bull run. This is actually pretty expected, and I'm surprised it took this long, but it is what it is. That puts us with an Ethereum down to $3,242.58. Far cry from the 4,000 pluses that we saw. We thought we were about to touch 5,000. It was crazy. But again, seen this before. Nothing new. That puts us at Bitcoin dominance at 58.6%. And Ethereum dominance following up at 11.4%, with gas fees on Ethereum at their time of this recording, Tuesday, November 4th, in the evening of our Lord. Feels like 82 o'clock outside. It gets dark early now. Gas fees are at 0.652 Gwei. Good time to be transacting. It just is what it is. Moving on, our top 3 trending coins we have at number 1, predictions, number 2, momentum, and number 3, Aster. Further moving on, we're going to go do our top 5 gainers and losers on the day. We've got some big wins, some hefty losses, I guess. If you, I don't know. Like losses are a little bit spicy at the top. Wins pretty spicy. We got some real alt season wins going on right now. So we're going to go ahead and start with the top 5 winners. Hopefully everyone gets to be on the top 5 gainers list and bask in the glory of the top 5 gainers list and get some of these life-changing gains on the top 5 gainers list. Let's go. At number 1, we have it ranked 178, Momentum, with a gain of 483.4%. Let's hear it. Oh my goodness. Winners gonna win. At number 2, another big win. We have D-Agent AI with a gain of 129.1%. Let's triple digit club. 2 of them in the top 5 this November 4th on a tragic day, no less. That's kind of interesting that we see Bitcoin take the hit that it did. We got 2 triple-digit wins today over the last 24 hours. Interesting. Very interesting. At number 3, we have a rank 474. We have Giggle Fund with a gain of 65.3%. At number 4, we have it rank 987. One coin can change your life with a gain of 56.2%. And last but not least, at number 5, we have a rank 417. We have Nano with a gain of 47.9%. Moving on to the top 5 losers of the day. Now, I hope you guys aren't on this list, but if you are on this list, I hope it is an opportunity for you to get into a position you've been looking at because it's taken a healthy dip, giving you the opportunity to start your position. If you are already in position, I hope for you that you are dollar cost averaging, which is what I personally recommend and a strategy that I use myself very consistently across the board when I do my investments. And I hope that if you end up on this list and you are dollar cost averaging, you are dollar cost averaging in a little bit extra and you are getting a little bit, you're chipping away at that cost basis by buying on the dip. Let's get into it. At number 1, we have it ranked 730. Staked Steam USD, which is down 76.8%. Ouch. At number 2, we have it ranked 638. XPin Network, which is down 39.8%. At number 3, we have it ranked 594. MBG by Multibank Group. That is down 35.4%. At number 4, we have Sports Stensor, which is down 26.4%. I gotta read that like twice. That's a terrible word. And last but not least, at number 5, we have a rank 581. We have Mind Blue, which is down 26.8%. Moving right along, we got to give the context of the portfolio, and then we're going to jump into the portfolio. Portfolio is down 8.3% in the last 24 hours, which puts us at a total loss of 28.7%. We are back in the dark place. But that's okay, because that's what portfolios do. They just go from happy to sad to happy to sad to depressing. And, all these charts look basically the same, except for, actually all of the charts that are actually coins look basically the same. So we're going to go ahead and give the top 10, let you guys know where we're at, what we're working with here. At number 1, we have Solana, SOL. At number 2, we have Ethereum, ETH. At number 3, we have Thorwallet, DEX, TGT. At number 4, we have Jupiter Perpetual Liquidity Provider Token, JLP, always a mouthful. At number, hold on, 1, 2, 3. I keep getting these messed up. At number 5, we have Aave, AAVE. At number 6, we have Radium, RAY. At number 7, we have Superverse, SUPER. At number 8, we have Injective, INJ. And at number 9, we have Avalanche, AVAX. And last but not least, we have at number 10, Akash Network, AKT. Now, elephant in the room, Bitcoin's down. How am I doing? Well, me personally, I'm doing great. I'm getting ready to go to the gym after this recording. I am going about my life. I checked the market a few times throughout the day, saw that we were nuking, and then I did nothing because it's Bitcoin. That just means I buy more on Friday. Obviously, watching the markets for Friday, if we're still at around these levels, fortunately, I mean, normally for me, the way this works is I will be catching it on the run up come Friday because I'm not buying until Friday. I'm not making a decision today. I'm not spending Friday's funds today. I dollar cost average on a schedule, and we follow it. Just like with all of our stocks, our cash infusion was Monday. Put the cash in Monday. We made our buys Monday. Today, prices are down. What it is. That's dollar cost averaging. I picked a day. My day is Monday. That's when I dollar cost average. Hopefully one of these days. I mean, it's actually, I can't even say that we haven't had some Mondays that were absolutely atrocious that I got money going in the market. Unfortunately, since I'm overinvested this month, everything goes in on Monday, and that's just the way that I live. So what are we looking at? I said it before in earlier videos, we could get down to as low as 95. People were saying we were going to touch 95 when we bounced off 125. They never give dates. We touched 99. So, I mean, somebody bought. We also have institutional buyers. There are a couple of things to keep in mind. This past week and continuing to now, currently what's going on? OG Bitcoiners, like myself, are taking profit. We're at all-time highs. We're over 100,000. People are buying stuff, and I hope they're buying stuff that is also going to make them money or go up in value or securing homes, paying off bills, saving a family member that from crippling medical debt, setting up future generations, something good. I hope your guys aren't all buying Bugattis. You might be a Lamborghini party. Who knows? But the reality of the situation is 2% of the Bitcoin supply has been sold off over the last few weeks. 2%. That's a lot of money flowing back into the market. And guess what? It's finding buyers in the market. And the price is still hanging on and fighting it out at 100,000. We just dipped, saw 99, saw it for a little bit. Next time I checked, when I got in the car, it was 101 again. All these sell orders are being bought. And these are people selling. Rightfully so. If I had 200 Bitcoin, guess what? I'd probably sell some and go finish paying off my property that I have now. Maybe buy another property somewhere that I want to be. Pay off all my consumer debt for sure. Pay off my personal loan for sure. Oh, bless me. Sorry about that. Actually, I wouldn't sell it off. I would borrow against it personally. That's just me. But, people are selling and people are buying. And the sellers who are selling obviously are still sitting on some Bitcoin. Like if I had enough to where I would be secure forever and I wouldn't have anything to worry about, then I might sell some. You never know. I don't know what I would do if I was in that position. I'm clinging to the one I got for dealer life. That's my life raft. That's me being on the right side of history. That's me being on the right side of the trade. That's me securing my retirement. Now, this next one that I'm going after, that I'm looking at as an income property. I'm slowly purchasing an income property. And honestly, it starts churning and becoming an income property as soon as we get to about $20,000, which isn't a tall order. At $20,000, however much Bitcoin that works out to, I can start leveraging again. And once we can do that, as far as I'm concerned, my floodgates are open because I can then indefinitely take loans against it and pay the loan back and use that loan to build up income, which I will use to then also buy more Bitcoin. That is the play. That is the way. And we're almost there. I mean, I guess technically I could sell half my portfolio and do that now, but then I wouldn't have the income that I need to manage the other things because there's debt tied to that. So as the debt gets paid off, that could become an option. But also, we could just buy the Bitcoin. So yeah, like when I see dips like this, I'm just like, hey, come Friday, if we're still around these ranges, or blessing in disguise, we're down into the 90s, touch 95, like I said, was possible. I'll be buying. I will be going in if we're in the 90s on Friday. Your boy's making a purchase because I got some stuff that's got to get paid here in a month, 2 months, month or two, and I will be putting a healthy bet on Bitcoin for the end of the year. And we'll see how that goes. But I just don't I don't panic. I don't freak out. Like I made a couple of adjustments on my traditional finance portfolio, but those were monetary decisions, that was based on income. and it wasn't anything catastrophic, but yeah, I don't understand why people are freaking out. And I think it's actually, I do understand why people are freaking out. And I'm going to go ahead and get a little rant on this before we get out of here. People are freaking out because their time preference is low. You're still trying to get rich next Tuesday. You're still investing like children. That's why you're freaking out. Me and the people who are actually orange pill, that are actually about that life, are laughing right now. We're like, oh yeah, like these people are doing this. We're having philosophical conversations about, oh yeah, like, well, why would you sell off? Like, what do you think they're buying? How does this flow affect? Like, how are people using their Bitcoin? Should we be judging how people use their Bitcoin? Me personally, at this point, early on, I cared. Now I don't care. If you're bad with your money, you'll just be poor. Like, that's fine. You just lose at the game. Lose at the game. More power to you. It's not my place. It's not anyone's place to tell people how they're supposed to Bitcoin. Do it how you want. But I mean, if I was a gold bug, I am not a gold bug, but if I was, I would not sell off my gold because of a tweet that the president said. I would not sell off my gold for anything that didn't also produce an asset. I don't like selling off assets now for things that don't produce assets. I finagle in dollars. I don't sell off my income portfolio to pay debt back. I use the dollars that it produces to pay the debt back. And then I keep building it to produce more dollars to pay those debts. You deal in fiat with fiat. I do not like dealing in Bitcoin at this juncture. I don't like selling it off for anything except for orange pilling individuals that hopefully, after they get a little bit, they hold on to it for a little bit and watch it grow. And then they understand how sound money works. And then they become orange pilled like me. If not, that's on them. If they want to sell it off and cash it out and not win at the game, or they have a different way that they think they're going to win at the game, great. The win at the game for me is getting a hold of as much Bitcoin as I can get my grubby hands on and coming up with income streams so that I don't have to go get my hands dusty to get my grubby hands on Bitcoin, so that I don't have to wear my body down to get my hands on Bitcoin, so that, you know, when I decide to retire or not do at minimum manual labor, I still have some body left that I can use for things that I want to use it for. But the people that are freaking out, the people that want to tap in, and they tap in at two times. When the price is up, because they're like, man, this thing's up so much. And then when the price is down, I'm nervous. I'm worried. Like, if you're nervous, you don't understand it. If prices go down and you get nervous about your investment, you don't understand your investment. You should not be invested in that, to be honest, regardless of whether you're going to win or not. You're nervous. That's not something I get nervous about. I get nervous about my means of Bitcoin acquisition because I'll leverage, and I do these leverage plays. I'm doing high yield. And some of it, it's like, oh, I've never borrowed that much money. Oh, I've never managed this much inflow consistently before. Oh, that makes me kind of feel some type of way. I'm bringing home more than my take-home pay now consistently. Oh, I just signed on the dotted line on a $35,000 loan. That's the biggest loan as a person that I've taken out, aside from the loan for my house, which I live in my house. So I just factor that as, in my mind, it's the equivalent of rent. I got to pay to live somewhere. So like, that doesn't hit the same because I didn't take all that money and go buy Bitcoin and investments and go, geez, this has to work to service this loan. Those are things I get nervous about. I don't get nervous about other stuff because I'm like, hey, I have multiple systems in place to pay the loan back. Also, I have my W-2 if I need to. I have the Cash App flywheel, which we're actively using, just about to spin it again this week. We're about to spin the block on that Cash App flywheel. I have my dividend portfolio, which is growing and now is projected to be hitting my goal of gross salary, because we've already overtaken take home. We had a long-term goal of gross salary within 22 months. We're going to hit it next year because we're focused on it. Oh Jesus. Oh my God, my allergies, these in the fall allergies get me, and it's in the evenings. I don't know why. Like, I've got air filters all in here, and it just gets me. I get home, as soon as I start getting in the car to go home, start sneezing, start having itchy nose. That's just what we're doing. But I have multiple tools at my disposal, and it's like we're building up the infrastructure, but the only part of it that makes me nervous is when I step outside of the comfort zone of going to work every day, diverging from what everybody else is doing, because everybody I know goes to work and we all make different salaries. I mean, I don't make that much money, to be honest. I make enough to get by where I live and for the lifestyle I choose to live, but all the growth, all the other stuff that I'm choosing to do, like all the betterments and stuff, that's coming from me going out and hunting for my money. That part, going out and hunting for myself and not doing what my instinct would tell me to do, which is, hey, go get in that new car and go Uber. Because that was originally the plan when I was just going to go get a car loan, because I got to pay back the car loan. As soon as I shifted and took out a personal loan, which made me nervous, I then went, oh, I've got another $14,000. I can just go put that in the market and have the market pay for my car also. Different perspective as a mind flip for me. Those things make me nervous. Bitcoin going down a little bit does not make me nervous. I've seen it go down 70%, still held, continue to buy. If it goes down 70% now, guess what? Still going to hold, going to buy some more. It guarantees I'll get a whole nother Bitcoin. I'll have two by the time we get to 250. Great. Now I got $500,000. 250 of it sitting in cold storage and maybe 250 of it active. And then we're going to be making some serious moves because I can wait. My time preference. I'm looking 10 years out. I'm looking 5 years out. I'm not gambling with the rent money. All my stuff's paid. I'm not trying to get rich next Tuesday. I know that starting next year, I know these things. That next year, on the trajectory that I'm on, we're hitting parity with my gross income. That means I'm making twice the money that I'm making now. Stuff's going to start getting paid off real fast. And, granted, we're having some incremental lifestyle adjustment gains, like a little bit, but like I'm not going bedlam. I'm not sitting in here in Gucci robes that I can now afford out of the TradFi money. I got enough money coming in. I mean, that's a whole second income. I can manage my bills out of my income. But what are we doing with that? Like we're still stacking. Like we're getting positioned to buy as much Bitcoin as we can. And I was assuming I was going to have to buy higher prices. So if we do have a traditional pullback, if we do have a sell-off, if we do stay around 100, 95 to 105 window for a little bit, I'm fine with that. I don't think we will. I think we got 2 weeks at best. Bitcoin's price moves like Kansas City's weather. Wait 2 weeks. It's going to be something else. And with Bitcoin, honestly, wait a week. It's going to be something else. And then, like if you're freaking out every week, you don't understand what you're holding. And I would suggest educate yourself. Understand what you're holding so that way when the price goes down, all you're doing is going, man, I hope this paycheck hits in time so I can get some of that. That's where I'm at. I hope this paycheck hits in time so I can get some of that. That's my 2 cents on it. I look at all dips as a blessing for me because long term, I know in 5 years, all these prices, even the price, because I was buying at 120. Hold up. You know what? We got one more thing to look at. Because I keep forgetting to show y'all. We got to go back to that Bitcoin standard. Where are we at now? Look, we down to 9.1%. Down 6% in 24 hours. Subtracted $227.66 from my total portfolio value. We eating that. We just sitting with that. Like now it's down to 9.1% profit. Like cool. Fine about it. You know why? Because 4 years from now, even the buys that I got at 120, people are going to be like, oh, you're lucky you bought then. Oh, you were so smart. Oh, you got lucky. Oh, how fortunate. You're privileged. I'm not privileged because I spent my money on something you didn't. You just bought Starbucks. You wanted to go on that girl's trip so that you could flex on Instagram. Remember when you're out traveling? You wanted to look cool in your car. Dope. I wanted to buy Bitcoin. Now you're a brokey, and we're talking about this 4 years down the road, and I'm privileged. Somehow I'm lucky. No, I spent my money different than you when you didn't want to spend your money different. And like, then you just ended up surviving and being older. You wanted to flex on the gram. You wanted to live the curated lifestyle, and I was focused on actually winning the game. Cool. Two different outcomes, two different perspectives, two different mindsets. You were thinking next Tuesday, and I was thinking 4 or 5 years plus from now, a decade from now. That's the reason you're going to have to go to work longer than me. And I say have to because I'm not built to not work. I'm going to always be working on something. I'll be always doing something. But I'm not going to have to. And there's a big difference between doing something that you want to do and doing something that you have to do. Because like at any point in time, I could just get up and leave. There ain't nothing they can do about it. There's no consequence for me because I was probably most likely making more than what I was making anyways. Because whatever I end up doing or whatever you see me doing, I'm doing to learn something. Because it's something that I'm interested in. I'm going to go learn that. Oh, why is Ray over here doing this? Oh, he's learning something. Oh, well, that job doesn't pay well. Yeah, I wanted to learn about it. It doesn't matter. I already make like more than this salary. Like they couldn't afford me to begin with. I wanted to learn whatever it is that I'm doing. And who knows? I might go learn other trades. I might go pick up and do something over the summer and learn a trade just to have the skill because I'll be able to afford to do that. You out here going to a job you hate, worried about getting laid off, worried about getting replaced by AI, worried about getting replaced by robots, and you're not putting any money away. You're not trying to replace your salary. Like you're just going to wait for the government to give you UBI. You're not going to set that up for yourself. That's crazy. So, we buy that Bitcoin, we stack that Bitcoin. When Bitcoin dips, we buy more. That's my take on it. That's how I look at it. And that's the reason you get short, annoyed sounding, toned answers from me because I do find it annoying. That'd be like if we knew that you needed oxygen and, for whatever reason, we had to buy, no. This is the best. We had to buy oxygen tanks to go into the ocean. We can't breathe in the ocean. And I noticed that you see me loading up on oxygen tanks and you're not buying it because you're like, oh, the price of oxygen's high. So you get a little bitty tank of oxygen. Big wave comes, we underwater. And the price of oxygen drops, but all you got is your little tank. You still didn't get a new tank. Now we underwater. And you over there talking about, well, oxygen. Ha! Bet you wish you didn't buy those at those prices. And you breathing through your little tank about out of breath. And I got all the air in the world. And I can just wait. This price is going to go back up. And you have to buy it from me. That's how I feel about it when people ask me specifically about if I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I got paid this week. Like I still got paid. I paid off the Cash App loan today. Borrowed another 1,000 today. I'm putting it right back on paying these loans off. Like I've already got plans for it. And honestly, I'm about to go ahead and switch my my direct deposit up. I was like, that's the next thing I'm doing because every paycheck I get, I have to manually move $250 over there anyways. I'm about to go unlock some more income potential because they're doing an incentive to get me to raise my direct deposit amounts that go into that account. Guess what? Since I got to move that money over there anyways, I might as well direct deposit it and go ahead and hit that tier. So that way I can unlock another chunk of money. to be able to leverage. Flywheel's about to get bigger. It's the next thing I'm doing. But it's all about moving strategically. It's all about understanding what you have, understanding why you're in the position that you're in. And if prices change and the fundamentals don't, there's no reason to panic. Price went down and all we're hearing is more Bitcoin adoption. Why would I be upset by that? More rich people getting into the market. Of course the price is going to go down. You know why? Because they want it at a lower price. And they want your Bitcoin because there's only so many to go around. So they want to scare everybody that they can retail out of the market. And that's not saying that the people that are selling now, since they're OGs, they've been here through all this. They're buying stuff. I get it. I prefer to not spend Bitcoin, but I get it because as soon as we get our income up a little bit higher, I too am going to be buying stuff. I just bought a new car, bought a car that I wanted. I'm in a realm now to where I can get cars that I want. And obviously that car, my car that I got, it's going to be awesome car. It's going to be a great project. I'm excited about it. We're going to do some content on it. It's a car that I was only planning on driving for 2 years. This is the car that I bought with the personal loan that I pulled out. It was a holdover car to test to see if this would work. It's a holdover car. But it was a car that I wanted. It's better than the car that I had. So I understand buying stuff. Me personally, I don't like selling assets to buy things. It's against my ethos. So what do? We set up a way to buy it and add to our income pool so we can pay for that and pay the debt off. All with the goal of stacking more Bitcoin. And now Bitcoin's on sale. Here for it. Let's go. So that's my take on it. I hope you guys liked it. Tap in with me down in the comments. I'm sorry. I'm going to actually start having to do some, I don't know what I got to do for allergies on the way home. That's stupid. It gets dark, got allergies, but we're going to work on it. We're going to work through it. Maybe I need add a little bit more honey, maybe a second helping of honey. Cause if you have allergies, natural remedy, local honey, just so you know. But yeah, this has been another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates with your boy Reckless Ray Dinero. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All free ways to help support me and the channel. Get me out in the algorithm. Until next week, because this is a weekly. I'm out.
Money on my mind. Yeah. Focus, got no time for games. Nah. I don't play it, I'm all about that financial literacy. Investing in my future, building generational wealth. Dollar bills, they be calling my name. But I ain't chasing fame, I'm chasing change. Learn the game, now I'm playing it smart. Putting my money to work, it's an art. I'm stacking paper, building my own empire. No more living check to check, I'm getting higher. Investing in stocks, real estate, and more. Got a secured bag, that's what I came for.